Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live analysis this afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the part of the world. Today is Friday, the 21st of August, 2026. I hope you're having a great Friday and your trading is going good as well. Hello, Gaston, how are you doing today? Hello, PMX Trading. It's great to hear that you started an instant funded account with 50K. Yes, so please note we still have our promos running and you can get 30% off if you're a regular user using the promo code OFP30 on all accounts. That's including the instant accounts. And you can get 40% off if you are a first time user using the promo code first OFP. Yeah, so this promo ends in the next 9 days. So make sure you grab yourself an account before this promo ends. So before we begin, disclaimer. This is not financial advice and this is only intended for educational purposes only. The trades I take here today are purely illustrative and should not be considered trading signals or recommendations. I'm simply sharing my thought process and approach to give you some insight, especially if you are a struggling trader. And basically, these are not signals, just educational examples on how I approach the market. So you can also use the trading that I do, the trades I enter, to formulate your own different perspective. So that is just a quick disclaimer. So let us look at the calendar before we even end. Wait, sorry, not to end, but rather begin. So we had the core retail sales around 6 a.m. Then we also had HCOB services manufacturing from the Eurozone. And then we also had S&P Global Composite PMI, as well as the services PMI and the manufacturing PMI from the S&P Global. And that came out as better than expected. So the question is, how will the manufacturing PMI and the services PMI come out as? Well, probably better than expected, probably the same scenario as the pound was. I think both of these will come out better than expected. And we do have core retail sales in the next 12 minutes, but this is not high impact. The only high impact that is there is the S&P Global Manufacturing and Services PMI, and then followed by Trump speaking. And today is literally Friday, so I don't think that will affect the market as much. So I don't think it's something we really need to worry about right now. So that's all good. So let us now get into our trading. Alrighty. So we've started off our live at negative $92. And so far, the only trades that are currently in major profit is Euro Aussie. We'll have a look at that shortly. So let us go through all the pairs, starting with Aussie CAD. So this is the 1 minute. Let's go to the 4 hour. So Aussie CAD, we of course entered here and now it has gone all the way up. I might be adding more to this position soon, but yeah, we have been still struggling for many weeks. It's probably turning into 2 months now, or a month, I would say, because the entry should have been somewhere here. And yeah, this has been going on for 2 months now that we have been holding this sell trade. So possibly we could be reaching 97450 very, very soon. So let us just continue waiting on this one. Maybe even the Canadian news that's about to come out where might actually push this in the direction we want. Then Aussie yen. Aussie yen, of course, hit our take profit. I'm not sure if it was on this one. Yeah, it did hit our take profit, apparently. Was this today? Yeah, Aussie yen hit our take profit today. Surprisingly, yeah. So this is a win in the bag. Yeah, that's why the balance is 044. I actually did not see that. This is when I'm actually seeing that. So our take profit was hit on Aussie yen. So we'll be looking for another buying opportunity a bit later. Then Euro yen. With Euro yen, we're coming a bit close to our stop loss, which is on the previous high here around 187.500. So that is literally the where our stop loss is, and we are literally 90% in that loss. So right now we're just hoping for the best. Maybe if Japan says something or intervenes again to drop this to the further lows, then that will be well and good. Then pound cad is dropping nicely to the downside. So it seems today Aussie pairs have kind of strengthened. Yeah, so pound cad is getting there. We're almost there. We are like almost halfway through to the take profit area. So hopefully, if this news does actually go well, we could be seeing ourselves at 1.87 flat. So if not this week or today, then next week. Then pound Swissy, we this could have been a nice buy to the upside, but it seems pound Swiss may actually be coming to the downside and be making a new low really, really soon. So that's one thing we need to keep in mind on pound Swissy. We cannot just jump right into here and start buying to the upside because this just seems also like a small minor intervention from the Swiss. And that's something we don't really talk about, really. Can the Swiss actually intervene into the FX market the way Japan does? Because they have the lowest interest rates, far worse than Japan. So could they be the ones also intervening like they did on Wednesday? Well, possibly. This could be an intervention from the Swiss franc because Swiss is the one which has made me be in the worst loss possible. Like I had my worst trades thanks to the Swiss franc. But the question is, will this drop actually hold like the rest of the drops on the yen, or will it reverse all the way back up? That's what we're probably wondering here. So in my case, I do think this will hold up and we might be making a new low. Then from there, we might actually be looking to buy going to the upside. So that is my anticipation on pound Swiss. Then New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar doesn't want to come down. It's just been going up and up, like everything else dollar related. So for now, we're just watching this, but we might actually have some resistors at this round level of 0.60. So maybe this is where we might actually have a reversal and probably a drop on New Zealand dollar. Then USD CAD, Canadian dollar has been strengthening really, really strongly. This is the only pair that has been going to the downside compared to its other rivals like Pound CAD and Aussie CAD. Like literally, this has been dropping for days now, like ever since July. And yeah, we did make some good profit off of this because we were in some trades on USD CAD, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so let me check the last 3 months. So USD CAD, we were in some trades, like some sell trades, if I'm not mistaken. Why is it only showing gold? That's weird. Oh, the rose. My bad. Okay. So USD CAD, we have had some buys, but we've also had some sells right here where we did make profit of USD CAD quite a number of times, as you can see. And then we had buys earlier in July. These didn't go quite well, but the sales did go well. And now we're looking for buys. These buys didn't really work really well, but the first one did, but the following did not. So yeah, that's where we at with USD CAD. So we might actually be looking to go into sales on USD CAD, but we shall see how the market predicts everything. So we also have news coming up in 4 minutes. So we'll switch to USD CAD very soon. Same with USD Swiss. USD Swiss, we did have intervention as well because this drop is not normal from USD Swiss, but for most people, they might actually say it's normal. But this actually stopped us out. So we're actually looking for USD Swiss probably to come slightly up, probably into this area, then come down. Then from there, we could be looking for buys. Then Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand is dropping like a sack of potatoes. And we're actually in a trade with this one on Euro NZD going to the upside, but it's just been dropping and I added another position here. So we shall see how that goes. Then Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie, this is when it actually decided to drop. But yeah, let it drop. We take our profit of $348. Then we focus on the New Zealand pairs. Then let's quickly go to gold right now. But let me also see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hello, Rakesh. Fine, says Gaston. 5 is gold sell from 4,600. Yes, gold right now is really doing the most. I've literally opened up the gold chart right now. So that's the one we're actually looking at right now. And I think this is about to drop really, really soon. So those who are probably buying shouldn't actually even be buying, but anything is possible. This could even actually skyrocket 5,000 even today if it wants to. So Gaston says he's buying US 30 from 5 to 850 in an interesting order block. Yeah, I think it's also a good time to actually buy US 30. And yeah, let's look at gold. Gold, I do think this is short lived. It's actually made a double top. Well, not really a double top, but very close to a double top. Like if you look at this, maybe on 5 minutes, you actually see the double top. Yeah, here we go. This is on the 5 minute. This is literally the double top right here. So this is the first top, this is the second top, and I do think this is gonna drop real soon. If it breaks beyond that, then maybe it's aiming for something higher, and then it's gonna reverse from those levels up there. I'm not too sure, but yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But I am bearish on gold. Yeah, I do think we could be coming down to these support levels, so that is what I'm anticipating. Then let's look at US 30. So US 30, oh, Gaston, if you're in a buy on this one, that's really great because then your stop loss would go right below 5 to 715. And then you could be aiming just to take out that previous high around 5 for 500. This could be a nice, probably 5 to 1 trade, I think. So if you're in this trade, Gaston, you'd possibly be aiming for 5 550 with a nice tight stop loss around 5 to 750. Then let's look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also kind of reversing, but I wouldn't be eager to buy this Nasdaq until maybe it goes past its previous resistance levels. Then let's look at pound dollar. Pound dollar is also up today. Yeah, and lastly, let's look at euro dollar. Not much weakness, but I think they are following the same suit um with gold. But yeah, let's look at how the Canadian dollar is gonna affect the USD CAD right now. Our PNL has just froze. Let's see what the news has come out with in terms of the news on the Canadian dollar, if it was better than expected or worse than expected. Let me check this out. So the Canadian news is better than expected. So we might actually be seeing some Canadian dollar strength right now, but it's froze. I don't know if it's just me, like the market has just froze. Can everybody hear me, or is it my internet? I don't think it's my internet. Like I just think the market has froze. Let me just try and refresh this page. Yeah, it's not my internet. Seems probably the data feed has froze. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, we did have a dip below here for Canadian strength. Let's look at Aussie CAD. What's happening here? So it's showing some strength here. Pound CAD also showing some strength. So hopefully this continues. We started off this live at $92. We're now at $90, negative $90. So at least we're getting better on that one. So yeah, practically that's it. So for the rest of the analysis, guys, feel free to join me tonight for the usual analysis at 5 p.m. when the markets are closed. Apart from that, do you have any questions, guys, or any pairs you'd like us to look at before I close this up? We have a few minutes remaining. Yeah. So overall, gold, yeah, gold seems to be weakening right now, but everything looks like a bloodbath right now. Like USD yen is dropping to the downside. Pound yen is also doing likewise slightly. Gold is also seems to be like probably getting there. Yeah, like silver has already started tanking on its own. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Right. So any pairs, questions, waiting for dollar index analysis. Yes, of course, with the OFP analysis at 5 p.m. when at market close, we do always have the we do always check on the dollar index to see how things will go and be. So as you can see, better than expected. Oh, and guys, do not forget you have a few minutes to go and place your vote for the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI and S&P Global Services PMI. So by the time I end that poll, you should send in your vote. It's in Discord, so make sure you do that before I end the poll. So go to Discord, click on your vote, and you'll get a chance to win an OFP funded account. Euro dollar, we already covered it. Not much movement, as I already said, because it seems everything is just up. I do not have any comment, and doesn't seem to be any weakness whatsoever. Until this probably drops here, then maybe I could be interested into some short opportunities coming to the downside. So that is all I see on euro dollar. Apart from that, guys, join me tonight, 5 p.m. EST, 11 p.m. CET. We'll be live once more with the markets close, and then we'll be going through all the other pairs, starting from Bitcoin, Euro, Dollar, and even all the indices. And we're going to see what we can expect for next week. It's usually more of a swing trading perspective. So if you're a swing trader, you can join that live tonight. I'll be posting it soon in the Discord so that you can join me tonight. Apart from that, be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Use a stop loss and happy trading.